Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be ranking every Star Wars show. Well, maybe not everyone, but the main 5: Clone Wars, Mandalorian, Bad Batch, Rebels, and Resistance. I guess I'm including that. I will make another ranking video, probably not in like few years or so, because we're going to get a lot of new Star Wars shows. We've only got one new Star Wars show of the bunch that we've already we've learned about. That is Bad Batch. But 2 new shows are coming later this year. Visions is ongoing right now, and Book of Boba Fett is going to come later on this year, and then another few next year and stuff. And yeah, so Book of Boba Fett and Star Wars Visions will be included in the next ranking video whenever I do that. And we're also not including the like Star Wars stuff. I'm actually going to do a ranking video next week to do it then. So yeah, let's get into this, guys. Number 5 is the most ridiculous spot on this list. Star Wars Resistance. I watched the first episode of the show and I really couldn't take the animation. It just looks so ugly and so unfinished. Kind of looks 3D, but not really 3D. It's so bad. The animation just screams unfinished in your face, and the characters aren't really interesting. I mean, you have BB-8, you have Poe Dameron and Leia for a bit, but then you just have these new characters that you don't even care about, and this new red BB droid, I guess he's there. The first episode was really boring, and I think maybe this show might get a bit more interesting, but you're probably going to have to pay me to continue watching this horrible animation. The first episode was about this like pod race, I think, and there's like this character called Kazaro, or whatever. I can't even remember his name, but yeah, I'm not watching any more of this show ever. Next up, number 4 is one that's probably not going to surprise many people. It's Star Wars Rebels. I probably would place this a bit higher if I grew up watching Star Wars Rebels, if I actually watched Star Wars Rebels a lot as a younger kid, but I just wasn't the case. I wasn't a Disney Channel kind of guy. I was more of a Nickelodeon kind of guy, so I didn't really grow up watching this show. This show's animation is so much better than Star Wars Resistance, even though it came before Star Wars Resistance. Literally, these shows' animations are getting worse, without then considering the Bad Batch. Okay, no, not the Bad Batch, but whatever. This show's animation for some characters are weird, including definitely Yoda is really weird. But this show's characters are annoying, but they're a lot better than Star Wars Resistance characters, because like, at least I can remember them this time. This is a lot better than Star Wars Resistance. I've watched the season 2 finale, the Maul and Obi-Wan fight. I watched a bit of the show. I haven't watched it all, but I can already tell that I'm not the biggest fan of it. I watched the good stuff, but yeah, it's not really that much good stuff in this show. I mean, the characters are annoying as frick. So yeah. So now moving into the shows I've actually watched a lot more of, including number 3, The Bad Batch. I actually watched all of the show, which is not a very big feat because there's only 16 episodes in this one season show so far, but it is getting a second season, so yeah. I have made a lot of videos on the show, compared to all the other shows, because I have made first thoughts videos on all of them and ranked the episodes, and I think I've made like a 10 things I want in season 2 video for the show. It's coming out, if it hasn't come out already. So yeah, this show, characters are, you know, the best we have so far. They're getting better. You know, the Bad Batch are the most interesting group, but I do like Omega. I love Wrecker, and I like Hunter and Echo and Tech are all right, and but Crosshair is really good. So yeah, the first episode was really, really good. Also with the 7th, 8th, and 9th episode, and the 15th episode. Every other episode is either bad or okay. The 16th episode was very disappointing, and a lot of the show was a bit disappointing, unfortunately. Hopefully season 2 will be better. I really wanted more from the finale of the show, but whatever. I really don't have anything else to talk about. Like, I've literally talked about the show so much since this came out. Number 2 is The Mandalorian. I've watched every single episode of the show, except for episodes 6, 7, and 8, but I have seen the last scene of episode 8. I mean, seriously, that was, awesome. Unfortunately, I did start watching the show after season 2, episode 5, even though it was the Soak episode and it was really, really good. I just kind of stopped, but I'm gonna start watching it again. I'm hopefully gonna watch the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian before Book of Boba Fett starts. I'm hoping. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I love Baby Yoda. He's so cute. And the adventures that Mandalorian goes on is really cool. The first season was awesome. The second season is awesome. Um, and yeah, I'm really excited for season 3. It's not gonna come out for another like year or so, I think. Not on, so it's going to come out 2 years after season 2, but that is fine. I think for the first and right now only Star Wars live action show, it is awesome. And number 1, you all know this was coming, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the only show on this list that was released before the Disney era, before the dark times, before Disney. This show is awesome, especially in the later seasons. In the earlier seasons, it was okay. Season 1 was pretty rough, but it gets really, really good towards the later seasons. The last arc is some of the best Star Wars media of all time. Literally, those last 4 episodes, 3 of them go in my top 10 favorite Star Wars episodes. Episode 10, 11, 12. I actually struggled to not put episode 9 on my list because I wanted more variety, I guess. I will talk about every episode of this show at some point. My season 1 ranking for the Clone Wars episodes is probably going to come soon. Well, it's going to come first of them because it's season 1, duh. But anyway, yeah, that's on my list, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. Yeah, I know this was short, but I just wanted the Dragon video to come out and have an easy one to do. Next one, I'm going to go more in depth with all the Lego Star Wars things. I have already reviewed them, but I kind of want to talk about them again, especially with the new Terrifying Tales that's come out. Yeah.